What's up, everybody? Welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Today I want to talk a little bit about doctors, medical advice, medications, and T4 to T3 thyroid conversion. Okay, so pay attention because this stuff is a big thing that's happening right now that I don't think doctors are aware of yet. I don't know if they just don't understand it, if they don't care, what the deal is. So I told you guys a story before about metabolic damage that I had in a client who for years, and multiple doctors, they told him, exercise more, eat less. He was a big guy, 260 pounds, who was eating like salads and chicken all day, doing an hour and a half of cardio and weight training 4 times a week, and they told him more. If you're that big and you're not losing weight doing that, something's wrong, okay? It's not a diet thing, it's not a training thing, it's something's wrong with your body thing. So this individual happened to go on some antidepressants, which one of the things that side effects was weight gain. You can gain up to 10 pounds a month with this stuff, and when you stop the antidepressant, you don't lose the weight. Okay, so it's not water weight. It's not like prednisone where you get puffy, you go off and you lose the weight. Something is happening to your body that's causing this weight to gain and not come back off. Now, the doctors had no clue what it was. They just kept telling him to eat less and do more exercise. He's getting depressed because he's overweight and he doesn't want to be like that anymore. He's doing everything he can to get it off, and nobody's looking towards what could be really possibly be the answer. So I asked him, I said, have you had a thyroid test? He said, yeah, I had T4 and thyroid stimulating hormone, TSH. Everything's normal. I said, well, what about T3? That's the one that controls the metabolism the most. He said, I don't know, they didn't test it. So he goes back to the doctor again, asks for the test. The doctor says, no, you have enough T4. Your thyroid stimulating hormone is fine. You don't need to have the test. We're not going to do it. Now, I'm hearing this again with other clients. You know, someone today just sent me an email, the same thing going on, the same exact thing. And this other person is on medications too. Now, the fact of the matter is with all the side effects that happen with these, and they list like, hundreds of side effects per one of these drugs, when they do combinations of drugs, they don't even really know what some of those other side effects will be. So they say, this has these side effects, this has this one, but what happens when you combine these two together? What happens then? So now we have this first individual who they wouldn't do the test for, and he diagnosed himself. Once he diagnosed himself, he realized his body wasn't making the T3, which is responsible for metabolism. So he was on vacation in Mexico or whatever. While he was there, he took T3 that he got legally over the counter, and lo and behold, the weight just came off. And he looked and felt 100 times better. His body was not making the T3 thyroid. It was metabolic damage, actual metabolic damage. Not from dieting, not from training, but from medication. Okay? I had another client who I actually got a call while I was in Mexico, a text, saying her doctor had prescribed a certain antidepressant. So I wasn't sure if this was one of the ones that causes these thyroid issues. So I looked it up. Sure enough, it was one of the ones on the list. And I told her, I said, if you take this, you will gain weight. It's one of the side effects right on there. She said she didn't want to take it. She went back to the doctor, said, I don't want to take this because of this effect. And the doctor said, I will not give you another prescription. This is what you're going to take. This is all I'm going to give you. She didn't take the medication. She decided not to, because why would she want to gain 60 pounds on an antidepressant to not be depressed, and then be depressed because she gained 60 pounds on her little frame? Doesn't make any sense. And we have one more client again who is going through some issues with multiple medications being combined, and the doctor says your T4 is fine, your thyroid stimulating hormone is fine, you don't need the test. Guys, force the doctors to give you the test, because that is the problem that's happening. If you're training hard like an animal and you're doing your calories right, you're eating clean foods, and you're doing your cardio and you're taking your vitamins, and you're still not dropping a single pound, something is wrong, and it's not your fault, okay? It's not that you're doing something wrong. So when you're discouraged and you're depressed because of that, run to the doctor and tell them straight out, I'm taking these meds, could this be an effect from it? Most likely they'll be like, well, no, yes, whatever, say, I want my T3 tested. Force them to do it. It's your body, it's your health. Now, so you guys know a little bit about how this works, and I'm going to read a little bit of this off the computer, because if I say one wrong little thing, I'll have Ian's minions up my ass a mile trying to pick apart what I said. So T3 and T4 are produced by the thyroid. Okay, there's more T4 produced than T3. T4 is converted to T3 primarily in the liver, but the kidneys are also involved to a lesser extent, as are other organs. So if your body is being taxed by these drugs that all of them have toxic side effects, your kidneys are not functioning 100%, although they're in the range, they're still not functioning 100%. Your liver's being taxed, that's not functioning 100%. That means you're not converting the T4 to T3, which is causing that metabolism to not work. You just simply are not converting it. For whatever reason why it's happening, that's what's happening. Whether it's organs that are not 100% or the enzyme that's not working, something's happening that these drugs are causing this to happen, and it's causing these people to gain weight, not be able to get the weight off, which is in turn causing health problems, causing depression. This doesn't make any sense whatsoever that a doctor wouldn't simply order a T3 test to take care of this person's questions about whether or not their thyroid is not functioning properly. The doctor works for you. You pay him. If you didn't go to him and pay him, he wouldn't have a business. If he didn't have a business, he wouldn't be able to work and live. So you can force him to get the test. And if he doesn't want to do it, there are these new online places where you go and get blood drawn, and they do the blood work for you, and you pay out of pocket like $30. Would you pay $30 to check on your health to make sure your thyroid is functioning properly? It's a no-brainer. So if you have this issue, if you're taking medications, antidepressants, whatever kind of drugs, every drug has toxic side effects. If you're taking these medications and you're having an issue with weight, it's not your fault. You're not doing anything wrong. Get out there, get the test done, and if your doctor doesn't want to do it, find another doctor. Find one until someone does. Or go ahead and go down to Mexico, where you're not doing anything illegal, go up to the counter, buy a bottle of T3 Thyroid, which is called Cynomel down there, and it literally costs about $3 down there. For while you're on vacation, take it. What do you have to lose? It's not going to ruin you for a week. It's not going to screw your thyroid up for a week. Take it. I guarantee you'll feel 100 times better in no time flat. Bios3training@gmail.com. The blog, www.bios3training.com. Comments below, and we're out.